Scooby-Dooby-Doo, baby, I love you. Oh, 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 oh. Let's see, this needs to be off. Gotta go to here and edit the old stream. Part 2. Let's put a part 2 in there. Probably do it on that one too. Oops. It's a beautiful day in the neighborhood. Heart. Hello? I don't know what computer I'm on. What the? Music setup. Part 2. Save. Decline. Alright, so that one goes there. So this, you're hearing some buzzing, and what I'm going to do is try to eliminate that buzzing first. And I believe it's because I'm monitoring the stream on the computer that I'm going to be doing my music on. And if I go over and bring this browser over to the first monitor, it's still there, but we're going to get rid of this and this. It's still kind of there, but my volume's turned up quite a bit. Now, I can't see anything on Kick. Let's pause that. This kind of goes over here to monitor my volumes. And this one seems to be... Come on, damn it. I can never grab the edge. I cannot grab the edge of the frickin' thing here. The browser. This mouse is a POS. Fuck. Once you grab it though, as long as you don't move the mouse... Wait, I'm supposed to click on the stream. Supposedly it just kind of hangs in there. Oh, it's working on this computer. Okay, so that's got to be paused. I was actually going to use a program on this computer, but there's a program that works, but I'm not going to use it because that's not what we're doing in this stream. But I can't see my... I'm trying to adjust the stuff here. It's not very easy. There we go. I think that's all set. There's still a little bit of buzzing there, but my volume's turned up. So I'm going to turn it down, and I don't hear it that much. So as a recap here, I was trying to set up my XR20 to get some sounds out of it, and nothing came out. So this is, well, you really can't see that very well, can you? I can't move this over. Oh, wait a minute. Oh, fuck. There we go. I'm trying to... Well, that's a little better. So this is the XR20. It's plugged in, but it's not turned on. And we have a Midi output connected to the keyboard, main keyboard, which is up at the top. But I wasn't getting any sound out of the mixer from the XR20, which has built-in sound. So I'm going to test my mixer right now. I have two mixers up here. The way this is set up, I don't think you can see them. Or can you? I think I'm going to sneeze. Can't really see them that well. But there's a mixer here. It's I call this number 1. The number 2 mixer is a small mixer, which is up on top. And the number 3 mixer is over here. So I have keyboards, guitar, external stuff goes into mixer number 1. That output goes into mixer number 2, which goes to the main computer, which is over here. Now, in order to play, to do live looping, don't ask me how this works, because I don't know how I managed to get it to work. I'm actually, well, I'm monitoring the output of mixer number 2 into this third mixer, and I'm also listening to the output of Ableton on the third mixer. So I'm actually able to play music in time with Ableton by listening to the third mixer. Now, right now, there's 2 sounds that I'm hearing, and that's because I'm actually monitoring the output of, like, the keyboard and stuff. Is that turned on? I don't think it is. I gotta set that up for drums. And then, the cable for the XR20 output is right here. However, what I need to do is I need to play music from my second computer onto this mixer, because there seems to be a little bit of an issue here, and I should be hearing that music, and I'm not. So we're going to grab another thing here. We're going to play some music. This should be turned down, which it is. Now, I play my music from Firefox, and it is rather slow. So you can't see it, but I've got another monitor. I got 2 monitors on the bottom for the main computer, and another monitor on the top for the streaming and the monitoring of the stream and so on. Now there's sound coming out, but for some reason I'm not hearing it. Oh, there it is. Now this bottom mixer tends to be a little bit bassy, but it's working. And it's working rather well, actually. And I've got some headroom on over here. Alright, now I know that's working, so I'm going to remove this computer cable and put it back over on here. And I'm going to turn this up here. So I found that if you turn up the levels, you can turn down the mix, the final mix, and it gives you a louder sound with lower noise. Now let's see what it sounds like here. It sounds a little better. But it's lower. Basic drum, and so that's coming from the keyboard, and we are going to drop that website. Now I know that the sound on the second mixer is working fine, and there's supposed to be an auxiliary output which I'm attempting to use off of this. And I've had problems with cables. Believe it or not, you can have issues with them and they don't work. But Oreo cookies work. The other thing is the sound coming from the main computer. Which I use on Ableton. Now watch. I try to get this really lower so the stupid ad just comes in there and blurts everything out. You don't see that garbage pretty much on that screen anyway. Alright, so we're going to go number... this one? Now this, actually, it's not coming from a main mix, it's coming from this program that's running over here, which you probably can't see very well. It's called Voice Meter. And I can turn that off and you don't hear it, even though it's still there. So that's nice. Yeah, this sounds not so bad. Now I turn my volume down on the second mixer to listen to everything. It sounds okay. Now, I'm going to reconnect this output, which supposedly is the auxiliary output from the XR20. No, there's that damn fucking sound. Something's broken here. I wonder... Oh, you know what it is? I think it's this thing. I think it's this one. I think it's the adapters. So I got some new adapters. That's plastic. Those were plastic ones on the end. And this new one, these new ones here, like this is plastic. I don't know if you can see it that well. It's got this plastic thing on the end of it where the RCA connector goes in. And the ones that I ordered have metal all the way down to the RCA connector. So I want to put that right there since that may have given me an issue. And it could be the cable too. Like that cable could be bad, that it's shorting out the input, and that's why you're hearing that humming sound. I had that problem before. This is even turned off, so I don't know why it's doing that, unless something else is wrong. Okay, it worked good that time. Now, let's turn, let me just check this cable setup here. I don't like to use adapters and stuff for different types of connectors, and it's not really the best thing to do. However, sometimes you just have no choice, and that's just the way it rolls. I want to move this a little. Okay, I'm going to turn this on. And we're going to find a beat on here somewhere. And see if I know how to play this. It's supposed to play a whole beat. Is it this one? Oh, it is actually playing right now. And there is no sound whatsoever coming out of the auxiliary. It could be the cable. I don't know. Yeah, you're going to do that anyway. Let's see if it does it when I turn this volume down. Okay, so the volume just affects that. So there is sound coming out of the XR20, but not out of there. So what I got to do is, my backup plan is to grab the RCA cable, which I gotta take this headphone off. Wait, actually, this is the RCA cable, isn't it? It could be a volume control on that XR22 that I know nothing about. So what I'm going to do is disconnect this, because it obviously is not working for whatever reason. But it could be that thing, it could be the adapter, it could be the cable. God only freaking knows. So now there is another option for playing the output, and it's main right and left on this machine. And of course I can't see it, so right is on the right, and now we're going to use I just had some silver adapters, didn't I? I wonder if I should try these ones again. Oh, it just doesn't seem right. You know what? I'm going to test them out later. What did I do with them? Oh, I put them on there, didn't I? So I've got to have two more. Fucking God. I just bought fucking ton of these damn things. Where the fuck did they go? Believe it or not, there is music. There's music in the wind here. There's a lot of music. It's just a question of whether we'll ever get to it or not. I use RCA cables and the RCA to phono jack. The RCA cables are so much easier to work with than these big ass patch cables. The patch cables are just a major pain. No pun intended to major pain, but let's see if we got some sound here. Now, and then it's got this thing. That's the drum. Now, if I want to do so that's actually louder than the volume on the XR20 is turned up almost all the way. I like to leave a little headroom. So that actually sounds pretty good. The only thing is, okay, I do not like the sounds on the XR20. I have a list of programs that I did when I did my guitar settings setup, and I wrote those down. And then, of course, there's B. I don't know what B is. Is it just a different sound? It's like a different pattern or something. That's the synth. You can add one shots. Now, every time I hit the board, it makes a sound. It adds. You don't want that, so that's why you have to turn the mic off. The mic is on right now because I want to hear what's going on with me, whatever. There's a lot of other stuff in here, and I don't know. There's reverb. Send amount. EQ and compressor. And that's the send amount of reverb. Now if I want to turn this on, it actually gives me the types of reverb. And there is a okay, there's like probably about a dozen or so. What can I... So I can change the effects on the fly. Doesn't seem to be doing anything. I don't know what that's it's the drum set. Wait, I was on reverb. It's like a pattern. Shit. That's from a record. That's the static sound from a record. Okay, that's a sampled sound static from a record, and that's what I do not like at all. Just bad. It's just shit, you know. Yeah. Fuck you. I lost. Is it 31? Okay. Right, so why the hell did it fucking go back there? I have no fucking idea. Unless if I... Here's a pattern. Pad 01 to pattern 0. What the fuck? Okay, I don't know what that is. You can put a whole pattern on a pad. I don't want to do that. I want to look at the different styles of the patterns. Oh great, no, it's not doing anything. Let me turn this off. So nothing is saved in this thing. Maybe user stuff is saved, but okay, now see, these are different names. There's a recording of some guy coughing. What the fuck? I need an Oreo. the synth. It's lower though. Alright, you know what it's doing? I'll tell you what it's doing. Right there, it's playing notes an octave lower. That's on what's on these pads. That's what it's doing. Now, what is that, a user? I don't want to be on user. Jesus, everything's just all fucked up here. I don't know how to use the thing. I just wanted to send Midi to my keyboard. And maybe there's a split in there that I don't know about, you know. There's a drum. But what if I don't want the bass? Oh, you can mute. How do you mute the sounds that's not showing up here, though? Well, that's a different beat. So, my question, it says drum set is drum 99. .580 is drum 98, but unless, alright, so turn it off again. So here it doesn't tell me. So if I go up to, maybe there's 99. And that's as far as it goes. This is kick it. If I drum set, that says drum 47. So why? So when I hit pattern, cable's in my way. When I hit pattern, .47 says grinder. That says it's drum pattern 38. Oh, you click the same button. 38's Bigfoot. That uses drum pattern 007. of shit I like. My ass. Murder. I hate that fucking bass sound. It sounds so fucking shit. That's a synth sound. Yeah, right. What if I went to... I can't put that. Mini bass. What the hell? Alright, let's try this. Oh, I gotta find something that I like. I gotta get that record player shit off. Another record fucking thing in there. I think one of the country ones I like. Alright, that one doesn't have a record in it. Another good one with a fucking record sound in it. Here's a good one. Alright, now it says, where are we at here? Oh, hello. I should have put I should move this over. Hello, Mr. McGrogan. Yeah, I'm 10% of the way there doing what I want to do tonight. Sorry if it's a little bit loud. It does seem a little bit loud. We can turn it down a little. I'm hard of hearing. So I'm learning a little bit about the XR20. I bought this, God, I don't know, a year, 2 years ago. And I wanted to control the sounds on my big keyboard. And we're not there yet. We may not get there tonight either. It's just as a record setup. I want save copy. That's this pattern 89. And then I'm going to go to user, empty pattern. Oh shit, I don't know what it did. There's an empty pattern in there. That's not what I want. to be able to save a pattern in the user. Well, I can do 89. Okay, summer. Wonder what the B sounds like. Okay. This is record setup, system setup. That's where the MIDI is. Save to pattern 89. Oh, it's saving the original information there. If I go to drum set, it says drum 77. Now if I change the drum set, there's a volume, decrease the volume, pad volume, kick pillow, panning, tuning, envelope attack, envelope release, envelope filter, output main. Oh! Output main, output auxiliary. That's why there was nothing coming out of the auxiliary. Everything comes out of the main outputs unless you change it. And that's name. Let's play it. Set. I got a manual for this, by the way. Tempo. Okay, so you hold down the tempo button. You can change that with the wheel. One of my favorite tempos is 102. I like 102, 106. But now, let's see. Drum set. Oh, okay, well, I was on filter. I want to change it to 90. Hit save. What? Save set user. Let's change this to save set user 0, actually user 1. Now if I go to user, oh shit. Zero, zero. It's not there. I'm not surprised. Now the other thing that it did, volume, drum. Can I hold this down? the drum sets have their own name. Now see, that's using the same pattern. Fuck. Why did they give a different... The pattern should be... Oh my god, fucking hell. Effects. Effects don't seem to be working. I can change them, but anyway. There's an A there. There's different patterns, unless if all the patterns are just different and you assign it to a name or something. I don't know. Pattern play, pattern song, pattern play. The pattern is the Midi. Fuck, I lost where I was at. Again. Why does it do that? It's going, I hit the drum set. It goes from drum to pattern. If I, wait, what if I do here? No, what if I do here? Oh yeah, it's fucked up. So, what I do is I hit drum. Pattern song is on the drum. That's that part. Now, go to system setup. Now I got drums on there. So we hear this sound. Whoops, wait a minute. I want tempo. And now what we're going to do is go to System Setup. It says MIDI channel 10. That's a standard drum MIDI channel. It's already there. So, if I go to my global and we turn down, theoretically it's already putting out MIDI data. So I'm going to turn down the sound on this thing, which is the XR20. And we're going to set the input to the keyboard to MIDI channel 10. So channel 10 is called General MIDI. Now, settings in General MIDI program on the chord keyboard are not set to General MIDI. There's a disk that I can load, and it loads the General MIDI stuff in. And I don't have that availability right now, but what we're going to do is we're going to attempt to get this thing to play. So we're going to go to global. You know, maybe I gotta turn my lights off. And we're going to go to I'm going to change this to MIDI channel 10. Go back to program. But now here's the thing. Okay, if I turn this off, turn off the keyboard, turn the keyboard back on, and it will probably will not remember. Oh, it does, because there's a battery in the keyboard. Alright, so local control is off. Program is enabled. Alright, so let me go down. If I turn local control off and go to program, there's no sound. Now this thing is still playing, okay? So if I go to local control on, and I got my control back. But we want program enable, program disable. Now I may have to get my exclusive is enabled. Source, clock source is internal. We want external clock source, possibly. Theoretically, it's sending out MIDI data and it's not picking it up. So, I need to find my manual for my chord, which I believe I got 2 manuals for it. The big one is down here. Oh, another little one. That'd be that chocolate. So we want MIDI control. Actually, you know what? The bottom keyboard, I already know controls the top keyboard, so I know it already gets MIDI information. Using effects in multiplay. What the hell is multiplay? I think that's just to you have drums on one side of the keyboard and rhythm on the other side. Yeah, piano, guitar, piano drum, bass drums. And that keyboard even has a bass output. A sample MIDI system, making full use of each image for use sequencer, wave sequencer, setting of effects. I know all about that. Connecting to external devices. Yeah, I know about that. Program banks. It's a program bank thing which I can't remember how to get to. Two or more programs can be combined to make up a combination. 1G. I wonder if the program editing setting is edit program, wave shaping, edit combination. I don't think it's in this book. Alright, what's this here? Acoustic piano, creating sounds, piano 1 sound, piano 2 sound, oscillator detune makes piano, making a dual sound with combination, creative with multi-sounds. Organ, electric guitar, electric bass, recording with the sequencer. The keyboard has a built-in sequencer, recording rhythm and melody. I've done that before. Bounce tracks, pin tracks, yeah, I've done that. A sample MIDI system, MIDI out goes into MIDI in, MIDI through goes into whatever all that shit is. And what's meant by adding external MIDI sources such as the wave station S3. The wave station is 32, S3, wave stations. Wow, okay, so that book was kind of totally useless. The big book, this is the big book, and on the back here it's got your multi-sound names. There's 255 of them. You can adjust those and save them for your combinations. Global mode. Sequencer mode. Disk mode. Can can receive MIDI exclusive data from external devices and save this data to disk. That's the MIDI changes that's on the keyboard itself. Loading programs, drum kits. So you've got settings, number settings, instrument number, key assign, pitch adjustment, level adjustment, decay for each note, the output, whether it's C, D, A, B, or whatever, different variations of all of that. Those outputs have to do with the actual audio output of the synthesizer. When editing a drum kit from Bank B, first select the program which is the drum kit you want to edit, and then move to the global mode. Global mode functions. Transmission reception switches for each type of MIDI message. Number 5. Select the channel on which you want to receive or transmit data. Global channel. Specify whether or not a sequencer will receive and transmit MIDI clock messages. MIDI channel determines transmission and reception of each mode, combination change, combination. When MIDI filtering parameter program is set to program, combinations cannot be selected via MIDI. This MIDI channel is called global channel, and it controls the entire whatchamacallit thingy. MIDI channel determines transmission and reception channel for musical data in the program mode. Combination changes for system exclusive. If you want MIDI clock data from an external sequencer to determine the playback tempo, set clock to external. If it's set to internal, MIDI clock data will be transmitted from MIDI out while in sequencer mode, allowing you to synchronize external devices. So we want external, but it's not working. If no MIDI is set to MIDI in, be sure to set. If no MIDI device is connected to MIDI in, be sure to set this to internal. Start, stop, continue, song select, and song position messages will be received from external MIDI devices only if this is set to external. When the power is turned on, this will be set to internal. However, MIDI data will still be transmitted and received. set to all. Exclusive. The only thing I get turned off is aftertouch. Select enable if you want to use Midi program change and play colors. So yeah. Fuck. So it's supposed to be set to external, but I don't think that matters. You know, I had it set to internal, and I was still making sounds from that keyboard. So I don't know exactly what's going on here. We have a problem, Houston. Oh, wait a minute. I remember something. It's a setting in the XR20. Wait a minute, I thought I looked at that though. Oh, you know what? I didn't change it. Drum in on V1, drum out, clock in, off, clock out, off, MIDI through, off, program changes, note mapping, normal, send out MIDI. LEDs. Why can't I dim the LEDs? So the first note is C1, which I don't know exactly where that is. Now it says drum out is off. I'm going to turn drum out to on. There it is, right there. It's working. But wait a minute. Yeah, it is working. So, now, if I want to drum out, what about MIDI? What does that do? Send out MIDI. Yeah, it's just a drum out. That's all it is. Clock out, on. Clock out, off. So there's only one setting, and that's the drum setting. Drum in on V1, MIDI channel 10, and I've got that connected to channel 10, theoretically. So now if I go back to drum set Um, Now, the problem is which notes hit what on the MIDI keyboard. Um, snare, snare, bass drum, that kind of thing. That is a general MIDI thing, which I kind of forgot about, and I believe that I will have to connect my third computer and work on that part of it. The only other option is to edit each particular sound on the drum kit. But I don't know, what exactly is being hit here. Actually, it actually tells me. I can hit it individually. I got it to work. Oh my god, fuck. Yes, success. I have succeeded in connecting the XR20 to my Korg keyboard, and all I had to do is hit the MIDI drum off, change it to on. But the only problem now is if I turn this off, it will not remember the setting. Oh, what'd you do? Oh, why'd you turn it off? You made all those adjustments. Alright, so let's go to 89. And now you can't hear nothing. We just go to System. And this keyboard will remember MIDI channel 10. But what if I want MIDI channel 1 and I want to play other things? So that's on. So now that I'm connected, I can go to User and set it to 01, and we could record a pattern. That's Aftertouch. Aftertouch is not supposed to be enabled, and there's internal and external for that. Let's change this back to internal. Aftertouch is actually enabled. We're going to disable. Well, maybe I won't. Let's go to exclusive. I want to disable that. Everything else is enabled. This is the Korg ONW, by the way. I can't get back to where I want to be. And local is on, meaning I can play here as well as this thing. Oh, that's interesting. It's not taking the beat. That must be the clock then, because I changed the clock source. And I also changed exclusive data receiving. Let's see if we can change just this to... Wait, let's go down to exclusive and change that first. Wait, it's not even playing. Oh, I'm on the empty pattern, that's why. Huh? Duh. Fuck. can't get back. Oh, Jesus. That's one of the problems with this XR20. I don't know if the user stuff gets saved or not, and I think maybe it could be because there's no internal batteries. If you put internal batteries in this machine, or maybe there's another battery that I don't know about. Alright, so system, drum out, on, and hit system again. So the trick is to hit the buttons the second time to clear out of that area. It will not play combination sounds. I have a drum kit on combinations, which I can't even play because the MIDI is not the right MIDI. Let me see if change this to channel 1. So now I'm on channel 1. I wonder if I set this to channel 1. You're not supposed to. Okay, but we're going to anyway and see what happens. Omni is all channels. Now I'm transmitting on channel 1, which technically I shouldn't be, because now the drum machine here, it doesn't know where the instruments are. So like if you listen to it here, like this is supposed to be, there's a general MIDI setup for drums, and you set that up for the drums. That's just the MIDI, I think. But then I don't know if it affects all of the other sounds and the combinations and everything else. That's what there's a problem. So that would be the next step, I guess. So right now it's on combination mode. It's playing a drum kit. And now I'm going to go back to program mode and see if there's a difference, if it'll still play. Can mute sounds if I hold the mute button down. Well, it's supposed to mute all those. this. Now do that on your keyboard. You know, this is the whole reason why I got this, is because you do that kind of crap on your keyboard and it's not going to last long, I'm telling you. Now, if I can record. Right, this is quantize, select, gate, swing, select, click, select, volume, select, velocity, loud, beat, 4. I don't know what any of this shit is. Offsets, names, like if you wanted to create your own name. What if I go to, oh wait, I've got to change that combination. Right, this is Mega Drums. Now let's go to program. Did that work? So I can set this to MIDI channel 1. Maybe. See what we got here. You know, there's a lot of drum sounds. Now if I hit play. Alright, now let's go to user mode. And 0, 1. Pattern is empty. I change the beat down to 102. Now what if it gives you a metronome? Pattern play. Pattern 07. How do I change patterns? I don't know what pattern play means. Pattern song. Empty patterns. If I go to song mode, hit 89. No, wait. Pattern song. Fuck. 89. copy. Oh, it's save pattern to pattern 01 in user mode. Is that user mode? Now see, I don't know that that's user mode because I'm changing this other stuff, you know. It's just empty song. So what I would do, I would just put this stuff on Ableton. Bam. What the fuck? You know, it's like, what the hell? You know, you gotta coordinate hitting the right button, or you overplay the beat, and then you go back in and re-edit the beat, you know. But if you wanted to live loop it, it would be more of a challenge. Let's see what we've got. Is Ableton, what is A1? Maybe I'll leave that up and we'll put Ableton. Is that playing actually? I'm hearing it. Let's see here. Wow. Alright, we're going to load up Ableton. There's an ad break. Ends in 7 seconds. Oh, that's nice. That's just for me anyway. So I gotta keep wiggling this thing back and forth until it responds. Let's see. Let's see. Alright, so master out is 5 and 6 as I recall. And we've got external from 1 and 2. And record arm. So now it says red on Ableton, but it's really not going up there. So now comes the trick. So we're playing in 120, and I don't really have a reference. Let's try something here. So we do 1. It's gotta be me. It's gotta be me. Alright, let's see if that plays. It's gotta be me. It's gotta be me. That's a little distorted, ain't it? See, that's Ableton. Well, we've got that on there continuously. So let's delete this. You can't see that very well up on the screen, can you? So we're going to record a drum. turn this off. There's a little distortion in there. That's my delay. Oh God. That's why I don't really like using my own drums. It's just so much easier to go to kick. I mean to go to Kinetic and just load in drum samples from Kinetic, you know. But say if I got this to follow and I wanted to add something. Let's open, actually, let's start a new, wait. Let's see here, let's go, I think it's L something. Loop masters. We wanna, let's see what we got here. I hear a little bit of humming, but I mean it's not. That shit come from? File, new, project. No. No, loop masters here. Problem is there's so many different styles of crap on here, you know? got a basic backing. And that's coming from. And that's 102. So I hit this record right on this pre whatever. 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2. Now it's playing in kinetic, which is the sound level's kind of low. Now, theoretically, this voice meter is supposed to combine them sounds on time. Now, if I want to do that, I'll go back to 1 and 2 here. Record arm. Now, I don't know if there's a volume control to this. Well, I'm just on that mode. I gotta turn my mic off to do this because it's making a noise. So here I have a problem, okay, and there's a space there. Now if I change the view mode and I go to track 5, I don't know how to edit my sound. Maybe I could leave that space in there. It doesn't sound that bad. Let's save it. We're going to save it as let's save it as Desert 1. It don't sound too bad. Oh, wait. Now, okay. Let's say that's my whole drum beat, right? And I have this thing connected. I could say, okay, well, I'm all done with this. I set out what I planned to do with this stream, and I got it done. And it's getting late as usual, and I may actually want to do something else. I don't know. Yeah, it's actually about that time. What I would generally do is turn this off, disconnect the Midi into the keyboard from the XR20 and reconnect the bottom keyboard up. That was my thinking. But the problem is that I know I got this to work, and it works, and there's 12 settings, but I've got another item. I have another unit here, and I wasn't sure if well, see, here's the problem. So if I use this was my other option as a drum controller, all right? This is the Pt2. Now, it has 16 pads, okay? I don't know if you can see it. It's got 16 versus 12. The only problem is that in order to use this, you've got to go through the Midi block. You go from here to a computer, from the computer to the Midi block, and the Midi block back to the keyboard. And the only way I could see doing it if I used another computer versus any of these two computers, the one that I'm streaming on and the one that I'm playing my music on. Because for the most part, there's a patterns on here. I can get my patterns from Kinetic. and I don't know about whatever else, you can change stuff in here. Whatever pattern is set up on here is not going to match the pattern on the keyboard unless I have channel Midi, and that requires another computer anyway. And if I'm just using a board like this or this, I can even use this and set it to the other computer, but that's not the point. The point of this was to use this as the live looping, record, and play on Ableton. If I could use this and connect it to the MIDI block, I can also use the synthesizer and connect it to the MIDI block, and then all I got to do is, bam, is just switch the programs from the drum kit to the synth that I'm using. I can actually load stuff. I mean, there's 99 different combinations, you know, and if this will go to channel 1 on a MIDI and play drums, and I can have a setup here. Where exactly is that? Where are those sounds located? So, hear that one? It's not there. So number 2, C sharp, actually, so it's starting from the first note on the big keyboard. However, D sharp is not, it's not the key, because if it was MIDI, I think it would play every note in sequence if it was general MIDI. Now this one, these are all different sounds as you go up the keyboard. This one, the snare, is F sharp, and over here it says it's D sharp. This one actually the key of C, but it's not the key of C. It's supposed to be F sharp. However, 3 bass notes, I like all the sounds. Now, I wonder if I can change. I wonder, it doesn't do it on here, but if I go to here, go to, I don't like that damn pattern tempo thing jumping at my face. That's the one thing that's annoying. I'd have to take some tape and just cover that. And this thing's kind of getting in my way. The question is, I've got pattern, song, effects, drum set, drum, it's not playing anything on synth. Maybe that's because it's not general MIDI or something, I don't know, which is interesting, which I really don't care about. Drum set, page, volume. Let me see something here. See, that's not controlling the volume, which I don't really care about. Oh, it's showing a whole bunch of kicks here. So that's exclusive MIDI data, and it's not sending that. It's not changing the tuning. That's the output, that's the name. I see a pad volume and I see a... Oh. If I go, okay, there's volume, there's the drum name, then there's the volume of everything, and then there's the name of each sound. But I can't control that item from here. It would have to be done on the keyboard. And probably the same with that. So using the XR20 as a controller for other drum things, I don't think it's a good idea. But now, like, if I turn on the volume, let's turn this volume down. And then I'm going to turn the volume up on the drum machine. Like, I don't even know what that is. Oh, it's a... These are all different kinds of kicks. Which I didn't know it had. Those are snares. Which it assumes that there was supposed to be a snare there, but those were all... So it's adding. Now I can add the sound from the drum machine, if I want, to whatever I'm doing here. Let's add another audio channel. not like that sound, by the way. Alright, we're going to add this in here. Okay, wait just a second now. It's not playing it back. It's not playing. It didn't record that sound. It's showing it on 1. So it should be there. Why didn't it record it? Why isn't it's recording it, but it's not playing it back? What the hell? That's the microphone sound. Oh, it's the microphone sound. So the recording is going into the first mixer from the keyboard, and the other one I'm only hearing it, I'm not recording it. In order to record it, I would have to throw those connectors up there on that second mixer. And if I turn the mic off, I could use that channel, but that's not what I want to do. And my goal was not to use this XR20 as a drum machine, but it's got some sounds in there that I didn't know about. It's got sound, and it can control the other keyboard. It's just a headache to set it up, unless if I use a computer and I know what sounds I want. What is going, okay, so that's coming from there. Where is it? Yes, it is. I could go to the tape input, or let's see. Let's turn this damn mic off for a minute here. There's a setting on so that was the story with this MPD. It's like I feel like I've got overkill in controllers, And I thought maybe that I was going to use this for controlling the kick outputs, which is still a possibility. I could create loops on the kick channel and then change that on there. I'd have a lot of flexibility in my beats and stuff. But this one also has there's a tape input that's not being used, and if I use that, this is phones. I don't know where the fuck the tape is. It's this top one. So, but if I use the tape, there's no mix sound. There's no highs and lows and that kind of thing. It just sounds dry. But we're gonna see what it sounds like anyway. Plug your ears. Alright, that's tape input. And the adjustment for that's right here. So we're going to see what that sounds like. See, the problem with this is the damn level is so low. And you can't use any effects. I don't know. Yeah, the EQ kind of works a little, but it's not that good. I try not to use too much EQ. Let's try this. Let's see, let's turn this off. Add another audio track. Oh, I'm having a problem with my mic again. Hello, 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 hello. Oh, one of those is not supposed to actually work. Hello, test 1 2 3 4 1 2 3 4. Hello. The monitor is supposed to actually be off, which it is now. But there's distortion on there. Hello, test 1 2 3 4. All right. Anyway, let's do that. And then I'll turn the mic off because it's banging on the mic. So now here's where Ableton and this comes in. So if I'm doing something, a live loop, let's say, but here I'm going through different sounds, you know. It's almost like, why bother creating some of the sounds if you're live looping, you have a pre-production thing set up, and you're just going through yada 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 each time with, or you could use, you know, I could use the other controller with all the sliders, use that on Kinetic, and just, I could have, let's see, no, you can't have all of them going at the same time. You can only do one channel at a time. But the other panel has 16, and Kinetic has 16 blocks, just like that other one does. But I don't know. So that would become more versatile. I could use it for the drum machine to create the sounds, work on the sounds, put the sounds into Kinetic, and then when I'm all done, I can use the same program to run each of the different sounds and that kind of thing. Or I go along and just go through all of these, all of the sounds on this XR20, save them into a file, and then sell it back, you know? I mean, it's kind of cheap, but and not that I would take the time to go through every sound. I mean, maybe this is the whole sound set, and there's only 200 something, you know? And there's 2 banks, so I don't know about that yet, but maybe we could check that out. At any rate, we've got 2 different clap sounds, one from the tape and one from the other. We'll see what they sound like here. Alright, so that one doesn't even work. I was just beating on the microphone there. So delete. I wonder if I can grab this and just move it over here. Look at that, huh? Isn't that cool? Ableton, I swear to God. It's, once you, there's a learning curve, believe me. It takes you a good solid month. I'm sorry to say. So that's what I would probably do, is I would go through sounds. I don't know, let's see exactly, like we've got, so how did I do this? So when I turned it on, I went immediately to system and drum out, and I got the Midi. Now we're listening to the drum sets from this thing with a tape, and it's not very loud. You know, it's just not loud at all. Wait, what am I listening to? It should be turned off, right? Yeah. So, now how did I get here? That was my question. So that's drum, that's this. You see how low that is? That's from the tape. I could disconnect. I could disconnect this one. Let's see. Let me disconnect this. I'll disconnect this one here. Sorry about that. Shit happens. It's still not very loud, is it? The sound output coming out of this damn thing, I swear to God, it's not loud at all. Oh, that's why, because I had preamps on the monitor. Well, those are turned off anyway. I could preamp it on that one up there. I could, but I don't want to. So I went song. Then I went. No. Where the fuck did I get to? I went to drum set. And then it's just page. So it's drum set page, and it's got the different sounds for. Now, why is that so loud? All of a sudden, the loudness just went up on it. Don't know why. I think it's because I left something. That's okay. That's fine. Now it will record if I record it. So, pattern. No. Drum set. Volume. So that works. So now the question is, how many? Rim shots. So sounds pretty good, don't it? I'm going backwards. Fuck. Those are the toms. There's a whole bunch of tom sounds. Holy. Record noise. Scratch sounds. And I've got effects. Well, actually, the effects. Hello? Hello? I wonder if I could put this in here. Wait, this is supposed to be over here. I'm having a little fun. I'm trying to make this thing worth its weight in gold. Oh, you know what? I think the clapping is off. Bug fart? They got a sound in here called bug fart. How many sounds I got in here? Jesus. They got congas up here on. All kinds of cowbells. Alright, so like something doesn't sound good, and what I would do is maybe I could record all the tracks onto one setting as a loop. because as it goes along, the claps are getting out of sync. Ah, shit, I lost the fucking timing. And you know what? I gotta turn the mic off when I do this because it's adding the mic sound. So, let's. So we're up to like 660 different sounds on this XR20. How fucking high does this go? Here comes Santa Claus, right down Santa right down Santa Claus Lane. Oh, Jesus. I wanted to do Christmas. My birthday's coming up. Oh, it goes up to 720. Now I wonder. It goes down a whole octave, up and down the tuning. You can tune each note, each sound. That's pretty cool. You can pan. Anyway, alright, again, pattern song, drum set, each pad, so you can set up a pad, but the only problem I have now is the user presets. So, that's all done. We're all done with this, and I'm going to turn this off. Everything's going to reset itself, and I don't really care because I've got something that's saved on Ableton, and it didn't take that long. What takes long is finding up different sounds and trying to figure out, you know, what you want to do there. And I started out with something from Kinetic, and then I added my own stuff. So here we go. Now, wait. Now, I don't know, now the trick is, I can send all of these to a track. I could send, instead of sending to the master, I'll send to 8. I'm going to send all the audio to channel 8. And then the input's going to be nothing. And I'm just going to record it and turn the mic off. Now I got everything on channel 8. And it's looped, okay? So now everything sounds in sync. So now if I wanted to just, I would have to mute all of these. Well, no, actually, yeah. It's muted down at the bottom. And now we're going to add something else. Oh yeah, baby. Oh yeah, baby. And consequently, I need a cable, and I had one, and I put it away, so we'll have to use this one. And for the bass, I use this channel, I think. So like this is where this would come in handy. You know, I can record some stuff, bada bing. You know, then I go to the keyboards, bada bing, and then I sing, bada bing. Everybody's gone. Right, but hey. Insert audio track. Restart from the back. Jack. No need to be coy. Roy. Get her all programmed. And what the fuck? Oh, I gotta do my input here. We are ready to rock and roll. Sally, down by the road. Said along came Sally, way down by the road. Way along came Sally, down by the road. She was looking like a toad, but along came Sally, just walking down the road. Yeah, yeah, well along came Sally. With a fishing pole. Said along came Sally with a fishing pole. Just fishing for the fish in that water hole. Oh yes I know. Well she caught a big one. Oh yes I know. Oh daddy gotta go. Daddy gotta go. Oh yeah, along came Sally. Big old fish in that water hole, in that water hole. Well, she caught a big one, don't you know? And her name was Sally. Whoa, whoa, yeah. And she named that fish Sally, down by the water hole. And then she took it back down to the van by the river. Oh yeah, by the river, all the way down by the river. Well, her name was Sally, and she went fishing down by the water hole. She caught a big one. Oh yeah, her name was Sally. Yeah, you won't hear that shit no more. Oh shit, that was cool. So we recorded 4 or 5 tracks, used the XR20, sent the XR20 to the KOW, managed to MIDI some drum beats here. This thing has built-in sounds. Now, having to scroll through all the sounds, like I know where the congas are and that kind of thing, you know, there's 600 of them, all right? That's a lot of sounds. You got kicks, you got snares, you got cymbals, you got hi-hats, you got toms, you got cowbells. There's some pretty decent sounds in there. The problem is when you go to make these beats and you're doing them live, you know, like if I were to do them up here, there's no room to put my finger in there to get that double beat. See, I had a double tap. You get a crossover. So like with here, you just do it, you know, it's closer. I mean, the pads are a little bigger on that other one, but then there's a problem with going to the computer and that and everything else, and the noise. So would I recommend this? Would I keep this? It's got other built-in sound, the whole built-in sounds and the beats and the patterns and stuff in there. It's got patterns. So the trick is, I mean, you know, do I like the patterns? Can I match the patterns with the sound? Can I come up with the sound and the beat and everything else? It just seems like you go to Kinetic and Kinetic, there is so much free stuff out there. There's just so much. like I could even come up with another tune on this thing if I wanted to, and I could do it all on kinetic and come up with something pretty decent. Now I've already got a bass, so I don't want a bass, do I? comes Sally down by the river. There goes Sally down by the riverside. Yeah. I don't particularly like that guitar sound. That's in the key of C. Wow, what's all this crap coming from? Oh, key that's in. What happened to? What the fuck? Did I fuck something up? I did. God damn it, I lost that fucking sound. Did I save it? Wait. I don't know. I don't think I saved it on here. Oh shit, I don't remember what fucking sound that was. Oh. I like that sound too, and I freaking fucking lost it. I think it was on Loop Master. Ambient Waves Water Pad right here. that's in, what is that? That's just Vox Picker. Vox Picker's a really nice sound on my keyboard, like, oh, hell. You know what? What the hell? I want to record this, because I'll forget it if I don't. I like that keyboard sound. I even got this other one going too that I could probably add. Oh, I didn't add that water thing on there, did I? Shit. Let's do a new live set. And we'll just do, I don't know what the hell it's coming from. Fuck it. All that shit. Okay, so like, 2/3 of it from me, and inspiration from Kinetic. I swear to God. Okay, Kinetic is the best. I swear to God, it's the best. It's the best backup music. Whatever. I couldn't even say as much. Blah 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 blah. So let's save it as Desert 3. Wow, this shit. This is probably one of my best songs right here. 64 measures. I gotta find something else to do tonight. Did I change anything? I guess not. Yeah, I didn't really plan on playing, but I did, and it is what it is, you know. So I'm getting ready for, this is a pre-birthday bash, I guess. Honestly, I hate to say it, but this XR20, it's overkill for what I want. It just takes too much time to look for the sounds, set them up. If I wanted to, like, I guess, I mean, it seems to me like if I use the other pad, but don't get me wrong, I mean, this thing's got stuff here. I just don't know how the flow and the flow of be able to create something needs to be like, it needs to be a constant flow of creation. And there's none of this, you know, pushing buttons all the time. That every time you push a button, you lose time and creativity. That's my opinion. You just got to get out there and play the music and not let all this electronic stuff get you down. But it took me 2 or 3 months to set all this stuff up, get it so that it sounds good, and now testing out the different pieces of equipment. I'm getting familiar with this to do the live recording thing, and maybe like tomorrow's the 10th. I'm actually going to have my birthday so I can set this up. And honestly, like, if I wanted to add some extra sounds, I could, you know, I could use a keyboard, but because this, it doesn't do the program change or whatever. I don't know. And the other thing is, if I control this keyboard with this keyboard down here, the sound sounds harsher. If I use that keyboard alone, the attack is a lot softer. It sounds a lot better. So, but anyway, I want to listen to this stuff, and I am done streaming. I had a good time. I guess I was lost in that song. Holy mackerel, Amos. Yep, I got lost in that one. Oh.